Welcome back to Ripe Avocados. Today we are doing Happy Gilmore 2. So if you haven't seen Happy Gilmore, it's probably going to get spoiled for you here. And let's get into it and review Happy Gilmore 2.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day.
Happy Gilmore 2 is honestly I thought a fantastic sequel to Happy Gilmore 1. It takes place in the future. Happy went on to win, I think, 6 tour championships, and then he was playing and brutally murdered his wife with a snap hook drive.
It was manslaughter. It was manslaughter.
Fine, he brutally manslaughtered his wife with a 300-mile-per-hour drive to the dome. So he hung up the golf clubs. He's got 5 kids, 4 boys, 1 daughter. And, I mean, the 4 boys are just a spitting image of Happy. They are absolute runts, and they just want to beat the living shit out of anyone and everyone. But they have each other's back in their family, so it's all cool. His daughter is a ballet prodigy, it almost seems like, and she wants to go to this college that costs $75K a year. And Happy's literally got no money. He's working at a car wash. He's working at a fucking grocery store, living paycheck to paycheck pretty much. And the only way he can make that money is by picking back up the golf clubs, but getting back out on the course and actually doing something with his life and winning a tour, so he can take that prize money and dump it into his daughter's future. The big bad in this movie is basically LIV golf, or Maxi golf in this case.
You mean live?
Is that what they pronounce it? I didn't want to say live and butcher that.
Well, it's the Roman numeral 54 because they don't play the 4th day. They only play 54 holes.
Okay, I was reading a little bit into it. I mean, it seems like the storyline is basically the PGA versus live golf. Old traditional golf versus the new high-speed, young and hip golf. It's basically just like American Ninja Warrior mixed with Tron Legacy. They're hitting a golf ball 700 yards downrange. It's unbelievable. So Happy has to deal with this. They basically do a Ryder Cup style tournament almost, but PGA versus Maxi golf, and Happy Gilmore really channels his inner Bruce Banner rage to beat the living shit out of all those pussies.
All right, let's score it, and then we'll get into the topics here. So, entertainment, I went 8.7,
Entertainment, I went 8.9.
and that's when the cliff is gonna fall, or we're gonna fall from the top of the cliff here. I went 5.1 for characters.
I went 5.0.
And I went 5.1 again for cinematography.
I went 5.0 for cinematography.
Yep. And then writing, do you think I went higher or lower?
I hope you went lower.
4.2 for writing.
Nice. Very nice. I went 3.5 for writing.
3.5. Okay. So this movie, like you said, I thought it was very good in terms of just being a sequel. At no point did I expect it to be better than the original, because the original is just an absolute classic. And I know we're reviewing this movie a week and a half after it came out or something. So we've heard some of the storylines going on about this and how some people hate it. I will say, if you don't play golf, or 2, have not seen Happy Gilmore and you just watch this, it might be
First
the
of all, what
worst.
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what the thought process would be for people that are doing that, but it is the #1 movie on Netflix, so there are probably quite a few of you who just clicked on it and thought it was hot garbage, and you might have a case there, but I mean, you're newer to golf. I know people on the channel don't know that, but we both play golf.
And I understand the rage
Yeah.
that Adam Sandler feels.
So clearly we're gonna have a bit of bias going one way, but I thought overall it held up in terms of just delivering an entertaining sequel. I mean, casting I think 79 cameos. I never once expected this thing to be
I
really
know they need to do a
fluid.
drinking game for this movie. Like, take a shot every single time a new cameo pops up on screen.
Yeah, I
You'll
mean,
die by
this
like the 25-minute mark.
I should have more should have more facts around how many there were in terms of all-time movies, but this has got to be number one all time in terms
Yeah.
of how many cameos there were. Um, I mean, yeah, it kind of bothered. It definitely bothered me because none of the golfers in real life know how to act. I guess Will Zalatoris wasn't that bad, and Xander Schauffele was making me laugh a little bit with the "that's what she said" jokes, but like I don't know that
Dude, Travis Kelsey was cracking me up during those moments too.
Travis Kelsey was pretty funny, and I actually do think he'll find his way into the entertainment business once he's
For
retired.
sure.
But there were a lot of really good jokes in this. The the scene where
I
he gets
was surprisingly like dying laughing quite a bit throughout this movie.
right. I mean, there are a few that just don't land at all, and it's really dry and awful. Mostly when the golfers are trying to do a bit or read some line, and you can just tell that they're not a good actor, and they're
But
just
even that is so funny in its own way.
I yeah, I guess that part.
Like, it's hilarious watching Rory McIlroy deliver lines. It's like this guy has no
I
charisma on screen. It felt like to me, at least.
The entertaining thing for me with Rory was the fact that they got him to do this movie because
Exactly.
he did not leave the PGA Tour, and then he had Bryson and Brooks on his team in the movie who left and made we don't even know how much more money than him, but a lot more. Rory definitely does not like those two guys because of that shit. Or maybe he does. I don't know. There's a lot of politics with Liv and the PGA that we don't have to get into, but clearly they're poking fun at the idea because Bryson and Brooks were on that team. But Rory staying in character and not going for the jugular on those two or doing the
Oh, you
Scotty
know he wanted
Scheffler.
to.
He wanted to do the Scotty Scheffler thing. I honestly thought his cameos were pretty good because he's the most relevant golfer alive right now, and the whole police
Scheffler?
joke was yeah.
Yeah.
The police joke was funny, and Scotty is not a good actor either. He's a really bad actor. But his interview was funny with the guy from Weeds. I can't ever
Yeah.
remember his
No, I
name.
know who you're talking about. It's like Gary Neal or some
He
shit like that.
he only plays a strung out alcoholic who has he always like has a microphone or he's near I don't know. His characters are always hilarious to me. Like his outfits are crazy. He's wearing way too big of clothing that should not be fitting on him. It doesn't fit him, and he just looks ridiculous all the time. But yeah, I mean, there's not too much to really add. The whole originality piece is completely shot. They just kind of take Happy Gilmore and copy pasted a new story on it, but there's a lot of flashbacks here to remind you of the original movie, and I don't know if they are
Or
all
callbacks too. Like
yeah,
a
just
lot of sons of the people that were in the first one popping up.
yeah.
Eminem making a cameo, getting mauled by alligators, getting death rolled by gators.
Yeah, that part was actually not bad. I mean, Eminem wasn't a terrible actor. He's been in movies though too, obviously. So some cameos were better than others, but overall this movie was good. I mean, it had me
Who
engaged.
who was your favorite cameo?
Probably probably like Will Zalatoris, the guy who played the the old caddy, who's actually a golfer. Because I thought he actually wasn't a bad actor. Because he actually had some lines where he was like, "That's what you think, you little
Yeah,
bitch,"
he
stuff
was
like that.
seething the whole time. Dude,
Yeah, he was just.
I thought Bad Bunny was hilarious.
I don't even count him as a cameo. He's just a good actor. I
Yeah,
mean,
that
he's in Bullet Train. Apparently, he took a lot of acting lessons from Brad Pitt, which I didn't know about, but it does make sense.
I really didn't know much of this movie going into it. Like, it wasn't released in the theaters, went straight to Netflix, but I was surprised when I saw Bad Bunny on screen, and I thoroughly enjoyed his performance the whole time. He was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Bunny actually can act. Well, let's just go to the characters. I mean, I don't think
That's
there's much
pretty
more to
much
add
the
on
biggest part of
it.
the movie, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Bad Bunny was great. We big shoes to fill as his caddy. I mean, in the first one, he literally picks
The
his first
homeless guy.
caddy. He's yeah, is a homeless guy, and then he gets Will Zalatoris at age like 13, not actually Will Zalatoris, and then we see his shoes filled with Bad Bunny. And honestly, I thought he was great. He delivered all his jokes were hitting. The two times he steps in and like takes a shot of vodka, and then he does a beer bong because Happy can't drink was a nice ad. I did like it was funny how much they just shoved in your face that he was an alcoholic. Like
Oh
every
yeah,
little thing he
everything
was
you could imagine
screwing.
he was unscrewing. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious. I thought Bad Bunny also the fact that his character was secretly the most athletic person alive was a
Yeah.
nice little touch too because he was just so focused on giving people breadsticks the whole time.
It's also funny
Oh
too because he's really successful and loaded, and he was just playing some
yeah,
butler basically, and making me convinced that that's actually what he does in real
yeah.
life when he's like one of the most famous pop stars alive or whatever musical genre you want to categorize him in. Should we talk about Adam Sandler's acting though, while we're on characters?
Nah. I
Let's just say this. I just think he obviously he's super successful, does not even need to make a movie again if he wants to. I legitimately think he films everything in one take and just takes some scenes off because in the original he has anger management 1,000% of the time, and it's showing like through his face. Like he's always just heated at like the slightest thing. And in this movie, I get it. He's grown and like matured and all this stuff. But there's a lot of times where he's just being a normal guy, and then
being a
he'll just
normal alcoholic.
right. But his normal mannerisms are not in there. Like the Happy Gilmore mannerisms that we're used to. I feel like he turns it on and off, and that definitely bothered me. I just don't think he put as much effort into the character this go around. Like when he's playing at the municipal course, yeah, it was funny, but the lead up to that wasn't. I don't know. I just missed the scenes where he was just losing his fucking mind over missing like 2 foot putts, and he really didn't do that at all in this movie. I understand you can't just like completely copy paste a joke, but I don't know. I wanted to see him just still be an absolute lunatic the whole time, and it seems like he was way more grounded. And 5 kids will probably do that to you, but
Also, I feel like he shoved all his anger just or his four sons kind of dispersed all his anger from the first movie to the four of them. Cuz
right.
those dudes were absolute maniacs the entire movie and they were making me crack up so much.
Yeah, no, they were funny, and I think that's probably a good point and to what they were thinking in the writers' room when they were just, yeah, we'll subjugate some of this anger management towards his kids, but that I don't know. I think on the record, I think Happy Gilmore is Adam Sandler's best movie by not a lot, but I it's my favorite. I've seen it so many times, and I mean, dude, the scene where he's just talking to his ex girlfriend on his phone on the apartment message thing, and she dumps him, and he's like calling his or her name and like talking dirty through the phone, and there's just like some random kid like standing outside his apartment and stuff. He just does like the most ridiculous shit. He's like fighting Ben Stiller at a retirement home, and then he's going to a batting cage, he's getting pelted by the baseballs and stuff. We just didn't get a lot more. There's no character development at all of Happy Gilmore in this movie. He just goes from burnt out alcoholic to like
Tour champion.
stumbling, yeah, tour champion, but he already was that, and I don't know.
It's
It's
full
just
circle moment.
it's just the effort with how Adam Sandler acts in his roles nowadays, and whatever. He's not going to change it. I don't blame him, but it annoyed me definitely.
So I agree with what you're saying, but to be honest, I anytime I go into an Adam Sandler movie, I'm not looking for Adam Sandler to deliver me an Oscar worthy performance. I know in essence what I'm getting with an Adam Sandler movie, and I feel like this delivered on all fronts to me. It was so stupid, but at least it had me laughing, and that's all I can ask for with an Adam Sandler movie. I
Right.
agree. I don't think his acting was fantastic, but the cast he put together was fantastic, and like everyone was making me laugh. Shooter McGavin, big shout out.
Yeah.
Dude, Shooter, like,
He's a good actor.
yeah, fantastic. And the way he played just a maniacal psychopath in this movie, like, he still has that burning desire for just the love and passion of golf and traditional golf. Like, he loves golf more than he hates Happy Gilmore, which is shown in this movie. But like, when they're like, hey, you must know some pretty high up people because you're released, and he's just like, just clearly a fucking psychopath. He's doing the Joker dance down the steps, lightning is striking, thunder's booming.
Yeah.
Or when he pours hot coffee on the
Yeah.
maxi golf guy, you just see him sprinting in the field afterwards. Every scene with Shooter, I fucking loved.
So good, so good. I think the funniest, we're kind of going back to entertainment, but I don't care. Like, the funniest part of the movie for me was when Vern Lundquist, or it was either Vern Lundquist or Dan Patrick, they were recapping his first golf round, and he was like, Happy Gilmore did not make the top 5, and he is, like, passed out in a bunker, and he was fired from his job at Stop and Shop. Like, they just threw in the last part. I was like, oh my god. Not Stop and Shop.
Dude, it's like that. Have you seen the one UFC fight where John Anik, I think, is like, both these fighters are still paying child support to their baby mamas? It's like, why are you throwing that one in?
Oh my god,
dude,
just a subtle jab.
my the part that surprisingly had me dying laughing, and I had to rewind it like 3 times, was when Adam Sandler brought Shooter McGavin onto the team to beat Maxi Golf, and he's giving the pep talk in front of Rory and Bryson and all of them, and they're doing the cheer, and they all go like 1, 2, 3, golf, and he just like waits half a second, just goes shoot. That part just had me dying laughing.
Yeah, he's funny, man. Shooter's great. I mean, yeah, we could talk more about the golfers. I just didn't think any of them knew how to act, except for Will Zalatoris, like I said. But this is going to be one of those movies in probably 50, 60 years that people put on and they're like, wow, this is pretty fucking cool. We have all, like, the best golfers alive at the time. Like, Jack Nicklaus is in it, too.
Yeah.
And Arnold Palmer's not, but, like...
He ordered one, though.
Right, no, that stuff is just super cool. And I get that this completely negates my point, just having all those guys there. And if I'm one of these golfers, like, hell yeah, I'm going to sign up and do an Adam Sandler movie. Like, I know I'm sitting here ripping them because they can't act. They know that, but they're doing their best out there. And I just think it's a really cool movie to just see as someone that really likes golf. And it did that, you know?
Yeah. And I also feel like it's just a great movie for the younger generation to kind of tap into such a traditional sport.
Right.
Like, I think the whole PGA versus Live Golf, it was like, oh, Live more fast-paced, maybe we can get, like, the younger audience. But I think a lot of the golfers were able to kind of, like, show their personality a little bit. Yeah, they're not great golfers, but it's like, hey, we have a whole new generation watching these golfers in this stupid Adam Sandler movie. But then also, I guarantee it's bringing in a giant audience for, like, the PGA tours and any tournament that pops up. But yeah, I thought it was just fantastic.
Well, people have definitely said this before. I'm not the first one to say this, but when the first Happy Gilmore came out, golf was not nearly as popular as it is now. That was right around when Tiger Woods started, and in his own way, he never had anger management or anything like that, but, like, he changed the game of golf clearly. I mean, like, the first black golfer in a lot of areas or whatever, like, one of the best players of all time. My GOAT for sure. And then 30 years later, 29 years later, they released the next one. But at this point, golf is not NFL popular, but it's way, way more commercialized and popular than it used to be. 100%. And there are a lot of young kids that do play it. So that whole aspect was cool. I mean, you even
especially through, like, golf popping off on YouTube during COVID. Like,
Yeah.
that had to have helped.
Shout out Paige Sporanic. I know you like that scene.
Yeah.
But
How
yeah,
they
no,
not have good in this?
they probably were asked. I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of names in there that, or a lot of people that I recognize. Mostly it was just actual pros though. I didn't see like Grant Horvat or any of those guys.
Yeah.
So Grant Horvat would have loved to be in this thing.
Oh my god, yeah. He could have played like Phil Mickelson's son.
Yeah. Shout out Grant Horvat. All right, let's do cinematography. There was probably the worst cut of all time in this movie. When he meets Will Zalatoris' character in the locker room, they show him like peeking around the corner, and then it just cut with no transition, and he was standing right in front of him. He was like, "I'm Will. I'm the guy." It's like, wow, that was horrible. But yeah, the whole production of this movie was really choppy. I thought there was some times, even showing his daughter like doing her old ballet routine, that was just so random and thrown in there to
Yeah. But it was kind of
show.
cool.
I thought it was really weird and not necessary.
I honestly don't like Adam Sandler as an actor really, but I respect what he does. And I one thing I will always say about an Adam Sandler movie, I respect that he just always throws his friends and family into it. Like fuck it, give them a bag, also showcase them on the mainstream. Like
Yeah,
that's awesome to do. So clear, like his daughter must be actually doing ballet in real life.
she
Or
definitely
something.
is.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
his way of telling us that.
Yeah, it's like
I
M. Night
just,
Shyamalan in Trap.
yeah, yeah, same thing. Nah, I mean it was fine. I also just didn't need all the flashbacks because I've seen the first movie. I just would have picked up on all that stuff. Um, but it is what it is. Is it? I wasn't expecting it to be very good in that aspect, and that's why I gave it a 5-1 in cinematography. I mean, that's the beauty of this channel. We're gonna shit on these categories, but we liked watching it. That's really what a lot of people care about.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 5.0. It's just your average movie. The last like 20 minutes when it's really focused on the whole maxi golf thing, that was just very Spy Kids-esque. They're driving like Halo warthogs around the course. But outside of that, you're not expecting like any cinematic moments in a Happy Gilmore 2 movie. Overall, it was just very cool. The fucking CGI of Haley Joel Osment and his backswing just wrapping around his
Yeah.
entire body was disgusting.
Yeah, it was kind of funny though. I was laughing at that. There was one other thing I was gonna say. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the sound of him hitting the ball, just happy. Such a great sound. I
A
can't
sound I'll
think-
never hear.
Yeah,
in my
you won't
personal
ever
life.
hear it except in that movie, but it's very satisfying. That's probably what gave it a 5-1. I think everything else dragged it down to a 0. Let's do the writing. So I went 4-2, you went 3-5. I mean, where do you want to start?
Nowhere. No. I guess the only plus to the writing was maybe the jokes, but I would even include that in entertainment. Like the storyline, the plot, like you said, it's kind of copy paste. It's just
Yeah.
a slightly different scenario. And the big bad in this is Maxi Golf. Outside of that, though, there wasn't a lot of substance to the plot. But again, it's an Adam Sandler movie. I'm not looking for that.
They used some points of it and they didn't even need to. Like the kid at the end, one of the kids at the end when they're doing the group hug by his car after they like beat the shit out of his car or right before that. One of the kids is like, "Oh, I just miss mom. Like this is the first time you've gone away." And I don't even know any of his sons' names. Like
I don't know either.
They have done no backstory whatsoever on any of them, and then they just throw in this little scene, and Adam Sandler's like, "It's okay, Squirt. Like we're gonna get through this together or whatever." I'm like, just why the fuck do you even have that in there? Like, I don't know. You could have just put one other scene of this kid maybe being a little less macho than his brothers, and he's feeling bad for his mom, and then a lot of people would have connected with that more. But he doesn't care.
Throw them all in just jumping the shit out of Adam Sandler's car, and then Steve Buscemi, the homeless guy, coming in and punching it too. They're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, that was funny. The one actual good piece of writing I thought, which might actually be kind of a hot take, was when they killed off Julie Bowen because I did not expect that to happen
Yes,
at all.
that was a plot twist.
That was actually a plot twist,
But I
and
will say
that was probably it.
it's a funny callback to the first one when he's talking to her and he's like, "Everyone around me dies. If I were you, I'd run." And then of course he bonks her in the head with a drive.
Yeah, he didn't yell "for" either. That was really the fucked up part of all of
He was
it.
like 500 yards away.
I know, but if he yelled "for," then it's not
True.
on him.
True,
Know?
it was murder. It wasn't manslaughter.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It was first degree murder with intent. You ever do one of those when you're on the course and you like see someone really late? You're like, oh shit, I might have hit them, and then you yell "for" like after it lands.
No, because I don't drive it that far and I make sure everyone is off the course before I'm going.
Off the record.
I'm sure a couple squirrels in the woods, though, have taken a Titleist Pro V1 to the head.
I've 1000% done that off the record, but it's neither here nor there. It happens, but I don't have no charges while I've been on the golf course so far. He didn't even get charged. He just had to deal with being a single father, which I guess in and of itself is worse than prison.
Honestly, though. Dude, there were just so many cameos in this. Margaret Qualley getting a cameo? Like,
Oh yeah, the one thing I will say, that was the most unrealistic group of golfers.
Oh,
I've ever
that
seen.
was hilarious, though.
That was so
Dude, Eric
dumb.
Andre being a golfer, it's like, what?
There, it should have been five. It should have been three gentlemen, one who was already cocked, and one who's like really good with his shirt tucked in, and the other one's like decent. I've never seen a group of golfers ever of that.
Dude, I don't know. I loved it because they all looked nothing like anyone you would ever see on a golf course.
Right, their
And they
outfits
were
were all
being
off.
they were being so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Just doing like choreographed dances after making eagle on like a 500-yard par 4 or some shit, and they're just like doing the robot dance, and Adam Sandler's over there just swinging his golf club.
Yeah, I thought that scene could have been done a little bit better, but the ending part when he's just drunk driving the cart and it explodes, I definitely I laughed
That
at
was
that.
insane.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. And then he's like walking away from the scene with a bottle in his hand as they're like reporting. No charges. Oh wait, no, he went to jail for that, but not for murdering his wife. That's the writing. This movie was it was pretty good. We liked it. We gave it a 5.7 out of 10.
Damn.
Without the entertainment score, it would have gotten a way worse of a rating. But go watch the classic or the original, and then go check out Happy Gilmore 2 if that's your cup of tea. If you like golf, I mean, you'll definitely love this movie. You know who you are.
If you're looking for just a fun, mindless watch, it's free on Netflix. Give it a watch. It's fucking hilarious.
No free ads, but if you do want to pay us Netflix, we will definitely be interested in that. But yeah, no, go check out Happy Gilmore 2. And go check out Ripe Avocados every Tuesday. We'll be back next week with another one. And until then, stay safe out there. Peace out.
Deuces.